Alright, welcome back. It's Milan again with the Tuning Into the One video series, and this will be 2 of 2 on the subject of having a voice, being heard, being acknowledged, and communicating from that place where you really have the ability to communicate your truth and connect from that place of heart-centeredness. Connect from your heart rather than connecting and communicating from your hurt. And as we discussed in the last video, the idea from Lao Tzu of watch your thoughts for they become your words, watch your words for they become your actions, watch your actions for they become your habits, watch your habits for they become your character, and watch your character for they become your destiny. And using this as a benchmark for relationships. Why? Well, because relationships and the subject of dating, relating, and mating really comes down to the 7 sacred soulmate signals of connecting, building compatibility, exploring and exploding chemistry at just the right time, having that ability to effectively communicate, so you're using communication, both verbal and nonverbal, as ways of bonding and building that glue and elasticity rather than having it be an acid or something that dissolves the relationship, dissolves the connection, dissolves the compatibility, dissolves the chemistry. You use communication to be able to grow and build and expand on the connection, on the compatibility, on the chemistry, to keep it alive and fresh and just revitalized and dynamic over and over again forever, if you want to be able to find, attract, and build that lasting love with that amazing, significant, ideal dream partner, man or woman, that you can attract and magnetize yourself to in life. So how does that work? Well, let's look at where things can go. And obviously, I'm not the only one that's had this experience, but when I was going through my different things, what we all really want is to be able to be happy, experience joy and love, and live happily ever after. So how is it that sometimes we all end up in that place of being and feeling so alone, so hopeless, and feeling so empty? Well, I know what that's like because I was there after marriage number 1 in 1994, and there I was again after marriage number 2 in 2005. Empty, unfulfilled, alone, feeling unloved, unwanted, hopeless, and completely in a place of, wow, I don't really want to hang out anymore. This sucks. So what can we do about it to get to a better place and find that really, really, really special someone? Well, we have to start somewhere. So this is where I suggest we all start. It's where I started. It's where I help my clients to start when they're in that place. Sometimes we don't have to go to the absolute bottom of the barrel type of relationship. We can have what you might want to call a low bottom in a relationship, where we've had a couple of different relationships that weren't quite that significant, but something's not working out. It's going to be one of the 7 sacred soulmate signal places. And the best place to start is with effective communication. So when you're looking to learn how to read the signals to connect better, when you're looking at what are the different compatibility pieces on likes, dislikes, wants, don't wants, must-haves, and deal breakers, when you're looking at how the chemistry is developed in terms of the physical aspects, in terms of the metaphysical aspects of sight, smell, taste, sound, feel, then you start learning about how to work these things. When you know what to do, when you know how to do it, when you know when to do it, and when you know how much to do it, all these things put together with the 7 sacred soulmate signals, using the signature Soulmate Signals 4-step process and the Soulmate Attraction blueprint and building your Soulmate Manifesto, all these things together really help you to create a simple, easy to use, step-by-step process that will get you to be able to find, attract, and build lasting love in your life, and magnetize and energize yourself to be able to bring that special someone into your life, starting with results in hours and days and weeks, not years and decades. That's what it's all about. And where do you start? You start right here. You start right here by writing down what hasn't worked and what has worked in your last 2 to 3 significant relationships, your 2 to 3 last significant boyfriends or girlfriends. And you do this in order to be able to start putting down what it's all about for you. You do that by looking at writing down the things that worked. What worked in your last relationship? When I looked at marriage number 1, what worked was compatibility. What did we lose? Chemistry. How did we lose it? Over time, we grew apart. In marriage number 2, what happened? Well, we had compatibility, we had chemistry. The chemistry didn't last too long. It lasted 3 or 4 or 5, 6 months, and then it was gone. But the compatibility stayed. It stayed. What did we lose? Well, for whatever reason, we didn't use effective communication to keep that chemistry alive, to be able to build on our compatibility, and over time we hit relationship fatigue. In both of my first and second marriages, I and my partner both hit relationship fatigue. We ended up in that place being empty, feeling alone, not having a lot of hope, and then what was left? Separation, dissolution of the marriage, going our separate ways as best as we could to pick up the pieces of emptiness, of lacking fulfillment, of feeling alone, and building that back up. But each time I did this. What worked, what didn't work. That's what I have my clients do. That's what works for them, because then you get insight and awareness. And when you get insight and awareness, then you start building that connection, which is your access point to more information and to more. And it's almost like all of a sudden you can feel that love coming through. And when you do that, it's like, what do you want to do with that? Love, love, love. You want to feel that love. You want to keep it going. So you want to write down what you loved about your 3 significant relationships. You want to write what worked for your 3 significant relationships, so you can keep that music humming in your head as you're building more and more of that opportunity. And you start by writing down what worked best and what didn't work best in your last 2 or 3 significant relationships, or last 2 or 3 significant boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you want to call them, partnerships, marriages. And then the next thing you do is you write down your top 10 likes and your top 10 dislikes. This is getting into the compatibility. Then you write down your top 10 don't wants and your top 10 wants. Then you write down your top 5 must-haves and your top 5 deal breakers. Now you've covered the basics in the what worked, what didn't work on the connection and the communication and the compatibility. So we've addressed connection, communication, and compatibility. Chemistry, that's going to be there or not, and you can look at that as well in terms of what worked, what didn't work with you. So now what's next? After you do your top 5 must-haves and your top 5 deal breakers, then you want to be able to write a Soulmate Manifesto that includes some of the following. Why do you want to do a Soulmate Manifesto after you do a Soulmate Attraction blueprint template that includes what worked, what didn't work, what your top likes and dislikes are, what your top wants and don't wants are, and what your top must-haves and deal breakers are? Because this is where you start gaining the momentum to build that energized magnetism for you to be able to find, attract, and keep lasting love with your ideal dream partner. You have to be able to feel it inside. So the questions you want to be able to ask yourself are, when I am with my dream partner, so now you're projecting, you're in that place, you're looking at reflecting back on what didn't work, you've written down all the things you want, now you want to plant that seed of imagination and desire. Remember, ideas, imagination, desire, empowerment, action, and success. Well, this is the imagination and desire coming to full fold by asking these questions and writing down what comes. When I am with my dream partner, man and woman, what will I have? I will have the following. I will be the following. So the things you want to ask yourself are, when I am with my dream partner, man or woman, this is what I will have. Boom, 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 boom. This is what I will be and feel like. This is what I'll be able to do. I will be able to love life or live life in love as if, and then you write down all the as ifs. You want to write down your deepest and your most cherished desires, that if you had them happen, you'd be able to love your partner, your ideal partner, in the following ways. You'd want to be heard by your partner in the following ways. You'd want to be acknowledged by your partner in the following ways. And when you're with your dream man or woman, you will of yourself give, so that you'll be able to not only receive the acknowledgement, the love, the being heard, you will also be able to give in the following ways. What will you be able to give? By being in a certain type of way. What will you be able to give by doing certain things? And what will you be able to have by giving and having those things given to your partner? And then you will ask yourself, I will hear my partner better by. Now you're talking about the conditions that didn't work in the last relationships that you will now want to work on in these relationships. So I will hear my partner better. I'll be able to hear my partner better by. doing the following things, being the following things, having the following things. I will be able to acknowledge my partner better by doing things. For me, it's the little nothings every day and the little somethings every day. When I look at my beautiful, sweet Nassit, my ideal partner, every single day I make sure I communicate sweet nothings and let her know how I feel about her. Why? Because for women, foreplay really does start when you're taking out the trash, when you're cleaning the dishes, when you're making the dinner, when you're giving of yourself in the different ways that makes their life easier, and as well acknowledging all the little ways. God, baby, you're just so special. I love you so much. Thank you for being in my life. I can't imagine what things would be like without her. Well, if I start imagining now what things could be like with her, then I can start building that picture in my imagination with desire so that I can start empowering myself, and that's what I want for you. So I will ask or confirm that I've received messages clearly by asking my partner the following questions. This is to improve your level of communication, and this is the final piece. Is that what you meant when you asked this? So when you said the following, I will ask or confirm to receive messages by clarifying or by asking, is that what you meant to say? Because this is what I heard. Is that accurate? Oh, when you said this, is that what you were thinking when you said the following, or was it something else? Is that what you were feeling when you said the following, or was it something else? And then the key questions that will always work for you, which are twofold. What can I say or do to help you do better, and what can I say or do to help you feel better? So if I can't figure it out, or if I didn't get the message right, I can flat out ask you. If you replay this video and take a look at all the different elements, this video is packed full of being able to have a voice, be heard, be acknowledged, and be understood, correctly understood, so that everything that you want to create, to be, to have, and to do with your ideal partner can be put there. Learn from the past. Sit down if you're in a bad place, or if you've been in a bad place, sit down and write down everything that worked in your 2 or 3 significant relationships. Write down what worked, write down what didn't work. Write down your top 10 likes, your top 10 dislikes. Write down your top 10 wants and your top 10 don't wants. Write your top 5 must-haves, write your top 5 deal breakers, and then go on from there with the rest of the list to be able to start building that Soulmate Attraction blueprint, and then start designing your Soulmate Attraction Manifesto, which is designed to help bring that person into your life faster, quicker, and better than you ever thought before. So remember, like us, comment on this video, subscribe to our series, and have these questions be just like the background in this video, a beautiful portrait of what you want to see in your partnership. You want to see that beautiful landscape, you want to see those beautiful nature, you want to see the mountains, you want to be on vacation every day of your life. Do it and it'll be yours. Start right where I suggested and recommended, and you'll be in a better place. I'm proof of that with my personal life, and my clients are proof of that professionally, because I find them to be in such a better place when they use these tools, all of them, together with synchronicity to build that connection, to absolutely grow that compatibility, to explode the chemistry at the right time so they can use effective communication as a glue to turn sex and be able to make love in their lives in all aspects of their life, financially, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, and then bring that to a spiritual level and raise their game so they can have that ultimate synchronicity of finding everything they want in a better, faster, and easier way to keep growing that lasting love with their perfect someone. Like our video, subscribe to our video series, comment on this video, and as always, Soulmate Attraction Blueprint Sessions for those of you that are ready to meet Mr. Right now. Look below this video, click the link and find out more. I only do a few a week, so it's on a first come, first serve basis. This is Milan, wishing you amazing relationship mastery and dating success. Until the next time, bye for now.